Greetings fellow crafters and VBS directors. I'm Nicole and this is my final video on the underwater corals and rocks. We just finished VBS. It was a great week of Big Fish Bay. The corals survived the week and the kids loved it and they had their hands all over it and it held up. So a few things I want to talk about in my earlier videos. I talked about the problem of the sea urchins and spray painting them and having the styrofoam just kind of melt with all that spray paint. And I found that this is the paint. It's called Gripper. It works great on styrofoam. I primed the styrofoam balls first and then later, and almost while it was drying, I was adding the toothpicks. And then later spray painted it once it was dry and it held up perfectly. This worked great. I also used it on other projects such as these door life rings. We had styrofoam rings on the back. They were primed first. That way all the hot glue on it didn't melt the styrofoam either. This paint acted as a barrier for the styrofoam. So any future crafts, this Gripper paint works great for priming your styrofoam. So other fun things that the corals held up. I didn't end up taping them together. They ended up just sitting there just fine. We had our fun little jellyfish we hang up from the fishing grid that we put up above and used light blue tablecloths as our overhead ocean. This is just painted canvas drop cloths on a little wooden stretch frame for our back ocean. These are the bottom of water bottles glued, and then trimmed a water bottle up really thin and hit it with a heat gun that created those curls and then spray painted them afterward. Our paper mache corals looked great. And if you have any other questions, just message me in the comments and I will gladly explain anything on how I made some of these awesome decorations. And as if you can come over this way, some of my volunteers made some replicas of their own. So you don't have to have a major crafting degree to make some of these. You can follow my earlier videos and do some of these fun crafts. And we added a few other ones of these just pieces of cardboard spray painted as little like clamshells along the rocks, which just add another texture element to the corals. And as you can see behind me, we had a mouth of the whale for the kids to enter through. And if you have questions on this, I gladly will talk about how I made this, but PVC piping into a piece of 2x4 with a drilled hole in it. And it just worked great, and the kids had a blast walking through the mouth of the whale for Big Fish Bay. So hope you enjoyed making these crafts. I know I did, and have a great day. God bless.